All right. Good.
Afternoon?
Exactly. Good afternoon.
Or something?
It's exciting. We're happy.
All day.
Yes, we're happy right now. This is episode number 10, which constitutes
We're being done?
we're being done as we can get done. So we did the final coat of paint, got a bunch of cleanup to do, got the doors on, got the driver's door on, got the seams all matched. It looks like a bomb went off in the garage. There's literally crap everywhere. So we'll give a little montage here of kind of where we're at and what we've done to get here. And in the meanwhile, while that's happening, we're gonna clean up a little bit. And then what do we have to do? What's left? We have to paint all the trim, get all that mounted, get the taillights mounted, get all the electrical on the front end done, signal lights in, got to clean the interior, get it all ready to go, install carpets.
We've got lots to do.
We got lots to do. So, all right, stick around. We'll do the big reveal at the end. And yeah, see you in a bit. All right, good morning. It's a great morning.
Fantastic morning.
End of a long week. A very long week, week/month/months.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
So we actually got the LJ out of the garage. We were bombing around a little bit last night, kind of doing a shakedown. Still a few things I got to chase, but I think now it's time to put this thing on the road.
Yeah.
And stop fussing.
Stop fussing.
Fussing. You know, no big surprise. Paint is not our strong suit.
Speak for yourself.
Paint is not my strong suit. Never done it. So I learned a lot. I learned that I should not do it again.
It's not that bad.
Oh yeah.
It's not that bad.
It's bad. So we got it all shot. We did the 3 coats of paint. I did a buff. I didn't do a cut with sandpaper. It come out kind of like a satin black, which I like it.
I don't mind it.
We didn't polish it up to a gloss.
Maybe we should have. I don't know.
Well, it's a lot of work. And I'm all worked out. Well, paint I think was the longest portion of this. I cut and took apart the whole driver's side, I think, in less time than I did to paint it. But
yeah.
Anyway, I digress. So we're kind of standing this way because Tanya did something that's kind of special for her and for us with the decal. So why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
So Carrie and I were raised, both of us were raised in Alberta, Canada, and in Alberta we have quite a few parks, national parks, and the one that Carrie was raised literally in was Waterton National Park, and this is a picture of the lake and the mountain range that backs onto the lake. On the one side is the US and on our side is in Canada, and so for us the mountain ranges are just home. The strength of the mountain range is it speaks to family and home and who we are, where we were raised. And for me, I just, being so far away from the Rockies, just knew we had to have a little bit of the Rockies with us. Yeah,
so decals or decals, depending on where you're from.
Where you're from.
Yeah, we've done a few little ones. This is kind of the biggest one that we've done, and it turned out good. It turned out really good.
I'm mostly happy with it, but like the paint with you.
I am, because it takes away from the paint. So, but what I really like is the color.
Yeah.
This, when Tony and I were talking about what to do for the Jeep and the Unlimited and the other decals that we have on all the Jeeps, is the color. My black one has the gray.
Yeah.
And I really liked the gray on black, but this copper color on black just pops, and maybe I'll change to that later on my Jeep. I really like it. So.
Oh, I can do that easy.
Yeah. So we did the traditional Unlimited, and then we did the built not bought. And I honestly have no problem slapping that sticker on this particular Jeep, because we rebuilt it. So this thing was totaled. The insurance company wrote it off. It had a value of just over $16,000 is what the insurance company had valued on the auction site. So that tells you how much the repairs would have cost. And I think it was pretty close to that. When I got the initial quotes to have the frame straight and all the body work done professionally, it was going to be over $15,000 total. So it was about $6,000 for the repairs, and then another $6,000, $7,000 in paint. And mostly the reason why it's that high is because it had that Raptor liner on it, which we, i.e. Tanya, did the majority, because I'm not good at following direction. Stripped it off using...
You barely got the tail lights. And that was a gong show for you, evidently, as we've seen.
We're not going to talk about that. Tanya did all of it in the same time it took me to do that one little back section. So it's all good. We got it all off and we did it. So from a grand scheme of things, we saved quite a bit of money. doing it ourselves. Had I gone and done it professionally, it just wouldn't have been viable because these Jeeps right now are for sale in and around the Houston area, a 2004 Unlimited for about $14,000. I saw one just the other day. It had 149,000 miles on it, mostly flat towed behind a motorhome. Interior was in mint shape. So a little bit higher miles, but it, you're in that budget range.
Yeah.
So this one, by the time I got it home from the auction and did all the work on it, I'm way less than that.
Right.
Way less than that.
Thankfully.
Thankfully, doing the work ourselves. So let's do a quick walk around, and then I'll talk about kind of the path forward and what we're going to do next. So let's have a quick look and see what we did. All right. Past the decal, which hides the paint. It's all good. We got all the trim on. We painted the running boards. Tanya painted all the fenders and the flares. Got all that done. Tires. So you remember the Urban whip wheels that were on it? Thanks for that, by the way. I'm going to keep using the heck out of that phrase. That's what they were. They were a 33 by 12.5 by 20 rim. So they were just a monstrosity in here. My buddy Luis, that I met here in Houston, that I salvaged a bunch of parts from, sold me these tires and wheels, along with the tailgate for a package deal. And these are 265/75 R16. So that equates to almost a 32-inch tire. With a 16-inch rim. I think they fit a lot better in the Jeep, and size-wise, I think they're good. They got some sort of scorpion, I don't know, it's got a dangerous-looking scorpion on the tire, so they got to be good, I think. They're almost brand new. They had very little miles on them. So I don't have the soft top on it yet. I did order one from Quadratech. They told me it was going to be in 2 weeks, and that was 6 weeks ago. So I'm still waiting because I got it on sale, and I know what they're waiting to do is for me to cancel the order, then they'll sell it to me at regular price. So it's a battle of attrition at this point. So we're waiting on that. We're in Houston. It's still beautiful weather. I don't think we need a roof at this point. I got all 5 tires, so I got a spare. This one is not like the others. This is actually a 275, I think. No, 285/75 R16. So this is almost like a 35. It's quite a bit bigger than the other ones. So I'm going to order a new tire, the same size as the other ones, and get it mounted on the rim. And we'll get all that cleaned up. Tanya spray painted the bumpers, got all that to match. We still got the Raptor liner on it, which I'm okay with. Raptor liner really on that sort of stuff. But we're going to get aftermarket bumpers here eventually. The tailgate, the other one was all broken. It had a big crack down here. And that happens when people are using the spare tire to close the door. It puts a lot of pressure on here, and it actually starts to break. So, but I got all that all fixed. And all the trim, everything's good. Interior, we shampooed all the carpet. Did it the fancy way and went to the car wash and used soap and high pressure, and then rinsed it and got that all done. So it all cleaned up really, really good. Got the driver's side running board on. That was all mangled and bent. That's the one that Tanya was straightening out with her craft hammer in the garage, and it actually turned out bad. But it was a bear trying to get it on. Holy, it was a bear. But managed to do all that. So inside, got everything all cleaned up. I went with the Gear Flag, just a standard black seat cover. I use these ones on all my Jeeps. They're neoprene. I know Rough Country makes some, Diver Down makes some, but these ones I've had really, really good luck with. They clean up really well, especially when you get mud and that sort of stuff on. They just basically wipe off. So, and then I think the biggest thing for me was, this was the surprise that I had for Tanya. So we did a double DIN install with a conversion, and it gives Android Auto, wireless, Apple CarPlay, wireless. So you got all the kind of the amenities there, hands-free, all that stuff, Wi-Fi, GPS. There's actually a GPS thing on the hood. So everything kind of is in one spot. Instead of having a phone mounted with a tiny screen and, you know, trying to do all that, this just, you know, you don't need your phone out at all, which is great. I got all the subwoofers all in there. Now, I don't even know what's in there. I know it's not factory because it's got a bulge in it. When I took all that apart, I looked in it and it's, let's just say it's special. So I didn't even touch it. I just basically wired it all up. If you remember from the previous videos, there was probably about 20 pounds worth of wire all through here. They had 2 amplifiers, one underneath this seat, one underneath that seat, and everything wired back to the deck and back, and it was just a mess. So cleaned all that out and put my dash tuck custom bracket and then mounted the amps all underneath there. So everything is, all the wiring and everything is tucked up all in. The amps are up high up underneath the dash so they don't interfere with your feet. And it sounds great. Got a few little tweaks to do, but nothing major. I got to get some floor mats. I got to try and test fit my floor mats because obviously the dimensions are changed. So I can't do like a laser cut like a WeatherTech or anything like that. I got to figure out something else because I think this dimension has changed just a little bit. But all the door sill, got all that all painted and all cleaned up. The decal hides a few things. I was going to put a sill on here, but they overlap. And I really didn't want that sticking out the side of the Jeep. So maybe we'll do some vinyl or something on there. We'll see how it goes. And then around the front, I splurged and bought some fancy LED signal lights, tinted. They do this kind of fun flash thing. Go turn the hazards on, Tom. They you know, they're just kind of special. That's like Bugatti type stuff.
Bugatti?
Yeah, the fancy sports cars.
I know what it is. I'm just...
Yeah. And then the headlights are just, I had these left over from a different build. They have the daytime running light ring and they actually look really, really half decent. They were, I don't know, 150 bucks or something during Amazon Prime days. I bought them and they worked out really good. And then Tanya cleaned all this up as well, painted the trim pieces and the bumper. So, oh yeah, the hood. So this one, you know, my original intent was to paint the entire hood, and I just didn't have enough paint because I burned a bunch. Some.
We won't talk about it.
We won't talk about it. So Tanya and I were thinking about what to do here, and so we were gonna try and peel it, but I said, why don't we just paint it black? We can do like a black on black. So Tanya actually masked it all, and then we razor blade cut it all out, and then just hit it with roughed it up with some 400 grit sandpaper, and then hit it with just a Rust-Oleum. Was it flat or satin? Flat. It was flat.
It was flat. Yeah.
We hit it with just a flat black against the gloss of the original Jeep paint, and I think it turned out really, really good. Like really good. In the process, Tanya grabbed onto this and it just literally came off in her hand. Like
literally.
Literally. So I ordered a new one of these. It's actually, I think, in the Amazon locker. So we'll go throw
You know,
that
when
on.
You say that you've lost a screw, you're never going to find it. It's somewhere inside the engine bay.
Yeah, that's probably what's banging in there. So, yeah, that's her. And then, yeah, we have those Salt Life things on all of our rigs.
Looks good in the color.
It does. That copper color just looks really good. The story of that Salt Life is nothing other than being from Canada. Where we live, we don't have it. We don't have any salt stuff. We're landlocked.
Wow, and our water is mountain water.
Yeah,
so.
and well, some of it's not even, it's rainwater. So it's kind of a cheesy thing for us because we just don't have it. But now that we're living on the coast almost, we can go to it anytime we want.
That's right.
Yeah, so I think that's going to pretty much do it. What's next? I don't have another build going on, nor do I intend to have one going on.
I think we're going to build something for up top.
The soft top.
No, I think we should put a tent up top. That's Tanya's next build is tenting on top of the LJ.
Yeah, so
Videos to come.
Videos to come. We're gonna go enjoy this thing now. It's been sitting in the garage for 12, I don't know, 18 months, however long it's been. It seems like an eternity.
It has.
I can't remember when I bought it. It was like April or something. May?
May?
I can't even remember. So, a long time. Let's just leave it at that. So it's finally out in the light of day. Now we're just going to enjoy the heck out of it. Around here, Houston, there's just these adventure parks. So I think we're actually going to go to one in November. There's a group of people that are from Houston here. The Houston Jeeper people are going to be going as a group. So I think we might join them. And I think it's Hidden Creek. It's out by Austin. It's a 3 and a bit hour drive. So it'll be a good shakedown. And that's on, I think, November 2nd. So between now and then, we're going to go do a few things. If you want to see something, let us know. lifeofadad05@gmail.com is the email. If you don't want to put comments on the videos, that's fine. But like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Which reminds me, I have
Oh, please.
those 20-inch Urban whip wheels. They're sitting in my garage. And I've been struggling what to do with them because you put them on Facebook Marketplace and it just opens up a trove of, I just don't want to deal with it. So here's what I'm thinking. If you're a subscriber to the channel and you want those tires and you live in the Houston area, shoot me an email at thelifeofadad05@gmail.com. I'll put the email in the description. Shoot me a note, tell me that you want them. The only caveat is you just need to be subscribed to the channel. And literally, I will meet you somewhere close by and I will give them to you.
I'll even make him drive a little ways.
They're taking up space in the garage.
Just get them out of my garage. We have like 2 sets of tires in the garage.
So I want to get rid of them. So that's it. If you want them, shoot me a note. And then, you know, if there's only one of you that wants them, fantastic. Easy for me. If there's more, Tanya will do a quick draw thing.
Okay.
And we'll figure out who it is. And make sure you leave your contact details. So you don't have to leave your phone number. Just an email's fine. Whatever you want to do there. All right. Trying to think if there was anything else.
No, she's good.
As
She's
usual.
happy.
Yes. She's good. She's happy. And we're happy.
Yep.
So like, subscribe, comment. We're a small channel. We could really use, you know, the support of the community. So see you on the next one.